Good day, my wonderful viewers. One of the things that is used to divide us as a people, we have religion, politics, and tribe. Three things that the government or that the powers that be, the establishment, use in dividing us as a people: religion, tribe, and politics. Now, we have lost our humanity because of these three things. We have lost our sense of reasoning because of these three things. And if you look at it critically, everybody needs one another at various points in time. Even the US, the West need Africa. That's why they come here to pillage our resources. So someone needs to be wise. 2026 is going to be a year of politics. And if because of politics, you create enemies for yourself, now you know. Now, Amaechi is saying, I told Tinubu point blank, I won't work with him before 2023 elections. People are arguing over this statement. People are arguing over El Rufai's statement. Now, if these politicians fight against themselves, because of that, you now create enemies. You are the one that is at loss. They know how they can reconcile themselves. Today, Amaechi is not supporting Tinubu, but yesterday, Amaechi was supporting Tinubu. That is how politicians roll. But some people have kept for themselves permanent enmity with one another because of politics, religion, and tribe. I told you that Nigerians should forget whatever it is, good governance, like governance from the APC. From now on, it is all about politics, politics, politics. The APC will do things that will make the headlines. Just yesterday, at the commissioning of the 30-kilometer of the the coastal road, Tinubu came into Lagos some days ago and was with Sanwolu. But at that event, when Tinubu was shaking the people, the dignitaries, SSG, government officials that were there, he got to Sanwolu and he snubbed Sanwolu. And some people are taking it like it is something. These people know what they are doing. They will social engineer you with different reports and news. Me, I understand the game. They want to put that singular act. If you remember when Tinubu was campaigning for presidency, in leg they shake, in hand they shake. Even the PDP and some confraternity composed a song against Tinubu during the last elections. He used that singular act, gained popularity, and found his way to become the president. He deceived northern Nigeria. He deceived most people. Till tomorrow, people are asking questions. How come did this man do it? It is you that don't understand politicians, especially Nigerian politicians. They have perfected the act of deceit, divide and rule tactic, using politics, tribe, and religion. As far as they are concerned, nothing. They are not. Look at Tinubu is a Muslim. The wife is a pastor or a deacon or a well-respected member in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Fashola is a core Muslim. The wife is a well-respected Christian, a strong Christian. Now, the appointment, looking at Lagos, most Christians are having appointment under a Muslim ticket. You think that these people, when they are going to settle for themselves, loyalty and whoever that is going to work for them, they consider religion. It is you and I that because of a Tinubu refuse shaking Sanwolu, you now start disturbing people. You don't have anything to do than you create a scenario out of it and begin to plant hatred amongst fellow human beings like you. I told you that first you're a human being before you're Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba. So if you don't recognize your humanity, if you because of religion, politics, and tribe, you jettison your humanity, you have become an animal. That is why when I talk about bigotry are for people that are not wise or intelligent. Nobody is a bigot. No intelligent or wise person is a bigot. See, a strong person is not nice, but is kind. You see, you need to be respected, but that doesn't mean you're a fool too nice. I don't know if you understand that. So because of politics, we have been able to divide ourselves. What I'm going to say this morning is that whatever the coalition is planning, whatever they are thinking, whatever they are going to do, we should sit down as a people, look at them critically, and make sure we make our choices from whoever, because now it seems, like I said, most of the people that were with Tinubu are in the coalition now, most of them. So if you have two options of the same set of people, you look at their capacity to give you what you want and what to represent your interests. If you allow tribe, if you allow religion and party to becloud your sense of judgment, that means you are not intelligent. You're not wise. See, look at a Muslim ticket. Look at Lagos governors. Look at Lagos commissioners. Look at people that work for Tinubu. Did he consider religion before he did what he did, or he had to achieve? Look at the Lagos Coastal Road. Who did he appoint as Minister of Works? Did he consider religion at that point to achieve that aim? See, politics is politics. Religion is religion. Then tribe is tribe. When it comes to the matters of your tribe, there are boundaries. We know there are boundaries, but that does not take away your humanity. For instance, if you're sick and you need a doctor, and one of the in that area is a time like you need like urgent attention, and the doctor is a Fulani. The doctor is a Fulani. Okay, would you say because he's a Fulani, you will not allow him to attend to you? Are you intelligent or are you wise? Because of your disposition towards the Fulani, he should not even attend to you at all. We know when to play politics. We know when to play whatever we play. But the main thing is that whoever you are going to choose or vote for 2027, be convinced that that person has the capacity to bring good governance to you. I will not blame you for supporting Ebola Ahmed Tinubu. I will not blame you for supporting Peter Obi. But the only thing I can say is I will look at what they have done critically. It is not this one that they will be deceiving us with propaganda and left, right, and center. Just like we had with the Warri, the Kaduna, and the Port Harcourt refinery. They say he has started working, spending millions of dollars. He has started working. All of a sudden, it crashes. No transparency, no accountant. A certain journalist went and stood over a fence and said it is working. All these things, I will not look at that. I will look at how it affects the life of the common man, the average Nigerian. That will be my focus. So, I am Igbo, you are Yoruba, you are Hausa. Today is church. People go to church. Then I wonder and ask questions. I said, if you are a Christian and you have this tribal instinct, like your tribalism, bigotry, does the Bible you read, does it support that nature of bigotry? Sometimes I wonder, like I said, I used to say, this particular APC as a party, no true Christian. That is my opinion. Christians, people can support a particular candidate, but not support what APC stands for. What APC stands for that is clear to everybody. Or people just intentionally don't want to acknowledge the fact that APC represents a lot of things. They don't want to acknowledge. You just believe that that is how it's going to be. You cannot be a member and supporting the APC, or maybe you can be a member on paper, but you cannot be a member of APC in practice and be a good Christian. It can never be. I have said this before, I will repeat again. A certain pastor during the last elections said he's not going to vote for a certain candidate because of his tribe. A pastor. Christianity, that you're a pastor Christianity, is it an Igbo thing? Is it a Yoruba thing? Is it an Hausa thing? Christianity is a universal thing. That means you are going against your faith. You are not a true Christian. You're not a true Christian. If somebody does something, you hit the person because that person has that personality. In every tribe, look at it critically. Every tribe has the good, the bad, the ugly. Every. One of the best Christians, the good Christians, they are from the northern part of Nigeria. We Southerners, most of us are hypocrites. Good Christians, with the terrorism, the banditry, and everything we have, they are from the northern part of the country. So if Amaechi is fighting with Tinubu, that will not concern me. If Tinubu refused to shake a Sanwolu, that will not concern me. See, I'm trying to condescend now to tell you these their gimmicks. They want to play it left, right, center for you so that you can start fighting yourselves and making them, talking about them, making them popular. Anytime the APC and Tinubu is not that popular, they do one or two or three things, like the engine, they had at this APC, like I said, especially the APC, nobody beats them with propaganda. They have the media in their hands. You see, if you stop talking about a particular thing, the thing fades off. That's one of the reasons why I'll just give a tap for a Simon Ekpa, because he was able to put Biafra on the discussion table with whatever he was doing at that point in time. It was always in the news. There's this consciousness, this Biafra thing. Some people just sit down. Let's look at what is happening. That is what the APC is doing. So because I saw some people saying so many things about Sanwolu, that the loss of the election pained Tinubu too much, that he has not forgiven him yet. Somebody said that Tinubu is not renewing very well. He's not doing the renew very well. Somebody saying that Sanwolu is maybe has offended him, or the Obasa issue is still paining the president. The president and Sanwolu did together. Even though he didn't see the president, my brother, if you are forgetful and you forget what happened during the last elections, I have something to tell to you. But however, 2026, this is my prediction. It is going to be a tight run for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He personally does not have the capacity. For me, what I think about good governance, good governance to people means different things. Good governance means different things to people. To you, it might mean building hospital, road, and schools. To you, it might mean sharing money. To you, it might mean giving your uncle appointment. To you, it might mean improving the standard of living of people. To you, it might mean lying while stealing money. So good governance means different things to people. But for me, I know Tinubu does not have that capacity. He does not have the capacity. He has not tested and tried it. What Tinubu does is not in a democracy, it's in an oligarchy. Tinubu can well thrive in an oligarchy, in a class society. It is not in a democracy, where it is the government of the majority of the masses. Because in this type of democracy we practice in Nigeria, the majority is the politicians that the system of government favors. Tinubu will not do well in a pure democracy, but he will do well in an oligarchy where we have a very few people controlling the resources, who are lords and personal savior. Then we have paupers, servants, slaves. That's the kind of government Tinubu can thrive on. But that 2027 election, Tinubu will do all he can and make sure he wins it. Even if it takes him to empty the treasury of the account, he has to spread money left, right, center. As I'm saying this, people are nodding their heads like, yes. Like I said, the APC as a party, a very evil party. Some people are praying for the coalition to make mistakes. Some people, when the president does something that they don't like, they cannot come out and criticize the president. These are people that want that want a better Nigeria. President, there's corruption. Look at Beta Edu. Look at Ihabelo. If Peter Obi were to be the president, the same people that kept quiet with Beta Edu and Ihabelo, they would scream to the high heavens. They want to run down the roof, destroy, scatter everything. But it is a Tinubu, nobody is going to say anything because it is a tribalist. People are just unfortunate, very unfortunate, Because if we really understand the game these guys are playing, we are being used as, they are using us as football. I'm telling you, they are using us as football. That's why you see north and south rotation. Tinubu will come out today and play his Escobar, Agidigbo, left, right, center. Play 8 years. He come out, on that person come, they play. The rich still becomes rich. The elite still becomes the elite. They are still living a better life. It is the people that will be suffering. At least Buhari managed the subsidy. Tinubu came, he removed the subsidy. Me and you were suffering, untold hardship and suffering. And they tell you, Efokobale. The politicians themselves know they suffer. The politicians themselves, they chop 3 square meters, even more than. The politicians are building more houses, even with us, the country no get money rich. The politicians are enriching themselves. Their companies are reeling out profit left, right, and center. You see, banks are making billions and trillions of naira under this economy that an average man does not have a healthy life, cannot boast of healthy living, how to sustain himself and his family under this regime. So at the end of the day, you are fighting because of politics. You are fighting because of religion. The one they pay himself, na religion. Some people carry bigotry, enter religion. When you look at churches today, a particular church looks like a Yoruba church. Another particular church looks like an Igbo church. There's a church we even call Calabar Church. Everybody is not mirroring Christ because nepotism, tribalism still is found in them. Nobody cares about your congregation. Nobody cares about your status. Nobody cares about the miracles you have done, because even Babalawo themselves, they do miracles. Magicians, they do magic. Nobody cares about. What we care about is the truth. The reasons why Nigerian Christians are not set free is because we are not being told the truth in our services, in our churches, in our mosques. We don't tell ourselves the truth. The truth has become an anathema. The truth has become alien. When they speak the truth to us, the truth, it looks odd. That's why it is very odd for you see a president who is being paid, let's say, 2 million. A president lives under the salary 2 million. Now they run in daily life. All those extra codes may come with it. Steal, accumulate. You are a counselor. People expect you to start stealing. People, we are a religious society. We go to church, we left, right, center. If you don't steal, they will be angry with you. That is the kind of society that a Tinubu can thrive on. It's the kind of society that a Tinubu can bring good governance to. A society that is seeking for real, pure governance. The APC cannot thrive in it because the foundations at which APC was set up is foundations of deceit, foundation of lies, wickedness, and propaganda. I'm talking about the ruling party because we don't have any other party again. All of them are the same thing. You see, I started with the thing that is they used to divide us as a people is these 3 things. I started with that. The headline is Amaechi is running his mouth left, right, center against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the headline. So me, I'm not even concerned about what Amaechi is going to say. The other one is Sanwolu, Tinubu snubbed Sanwolu at the commissioning of Lagos Coastal Road, the event. So what should we do? Does that put food on our table? Does that bring down the price of commodities, the essentials that we need? How does that improve our living? How does Tinubu not shaking his Sanwolu improve our living? What should we be looking at? What are the things that are being done to help us, people that are suffering, people that are going through a lot? Is that not what our focus should be? I told you, they use divide Nigeria. This is politics. This is an example of politics that they are using to divide Nigeria. Amaechi said, I have issues with you, capacity. I have issues with you. Tomorrow now, if they give Amaechi one position now and Tinubu inside their camp, he will praise Tinubu from now to tomorrow. a certain Reno Mokri was praising, he praised P2B, he blasted Tinubu. Reno Mokri, he praised P2B, he blasted Tinubu. Years later, he come back, he blasted P2B, he praised Tinubu. So how does that concern us? How does that concern anybody? The most important thing is, how is the governance of this current administration benefiting the lives of the people? That is the most important thing. Amaechi was one of them. Amaechi were one of the people that joined Tinubu to sabotage Jonathan, that betrayed Jonathan. So why is it that since they are in power, they are out of power, and this Tinubu is using his Yorubanization, federal government put Yoruba there, that's why they are angry. He's no more. So politics, let them play politics. Don't create enemies because of politics. Your helper is not a tribe. A tribe is not where you get your help out. Respect boundaries. People respect boundaries, maintain their identities. If people try crossing it, that's when you hit them. Hit them. But don't make enemies. Because varieties, when you go to the forest, like I've said before, when you go to the forest, see varieties of plants. Makes everything look beautiful. Imagine you go to the forest, only one set of plants, one set of flowers, from beginning to the end. How beautiful would that be? But when you have varieties, left, right, center, it makes the world beautiful, a better place. You look at houses, you just have, in the whole world, you have one set of houses. Varieties. Don't be a narcissist. Narcissist, that be, what do you call it? Varieties make the world go round and make life better for people. So let the politicians start fighting. 2027, vote who you believe. Your conscience tells you. Nobody should condemn anybody for who is going to support. Nobody has the right to start antagonizing the other person because he supports a particular candidate. Nobody. Support your candidate in peace. Criticize why you support that candidate. But I will not. Everybody, election have decision or vote. Our votes during election have consequences. So if you support a bad person, let the consequences follow you. If you support a good person, let your conscience. Your conscience is more important. Yes, you are absolved from everything. May God help Nigerians.